getting away from them, and rightfully so, David, because I do not think that they will win this game.
Why? I've got to ask.
Because I think that their lanes are going to go pretty well, and I think that
Adroit's lanes are going to go well.
So let me say something. I think that Void Spirit mid counters Puck mid, but I think Void Spirit versus like a 4 Puck or like any other position, I don't actually think it bothers you that much because Coil is just kind of annoying.
Okay.
You don't want to use your full combo on a Puck.
Yeah.
That's the thing. When he's a 4 position, when he's mid, sure, you know, like you're taking away a major damage dealer. You don't feel too bad about that. Plus, I kind of think it's a nice TB game. I thought it was. I actually think the Puck made this lineup like kind of come together in a way.
Even in the support role, or especially in the support role, it sounds like you're saying, because you did not want it to be played mid.
I just think that if they are going to have issues, it's because their heroes are a little bit weird. They don't really have like normal, easy to execute things.
Yep.
So I would say that they should win top, and if they win top, then I think this game can be easy for them.
By the way, take a look at Terrorblade, Natsumi, in the fountain, Ring of Tarrasque. Wait for the bounty runes, bringing the headdress recipe of the enchantress who started with the sentry ward. So some cool stuff happening. We're seeing a lot of new experimentation with the starting items and stuff happening. You don't seem too thrilled about this.
I don't know. I don't like this. As somebody who is now converted to being an offlane player, I don't like watching this.
That's a 90 gold TP, though. That's an expensive TP.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's kind of technically free, but you've got to buy an extra one later now because of it.
Can't believe Dota just gives you 3 for free.
Yep. Maybe that's the change that needs to come next.
A 0 TP start? I think
maybe one, yeah.
Yeah, 1 seems
3
fair.
seems a very odd number to have.
Everyone just starts with a bunch of gold for free.
Yep.
Okay, 270 gold for free, no problem. Had to do the math real quick there. I was stalling for time, but it's okay.
It would be cool because it feels like early game laning kills don't necessarily matter a whole lot.
Oh, who's going to get the... DJ was... that was kind of cool.
Battle, yeah.
He was trying to kill it. Actually, no, there was no way he was going to get that in time.
Yep.
If anything, they would have denied each other's.
So, where are we at? Top lane, Ice with his signature Orb of Venom starting item is getting right in Natsumi's face.
And he gets the lucky shot proc.
Okay. Even with the Ring of Tarrasque, TB still getting bullied here.
He doesn't have a TP.
They've got the slow and CML as well. They've got the Impale as well. No, Ice. Okay, there we go. Gets the body blocking.
Okay, so this lane, which I thought they were going to win, I guess is just lost.
The TB Enchantress lane.
Yeah, and part of it comes down... All right, so when your support is not there and he's doing something else, you have to be careful. It is not the time, David, to go and trade hits with the Pendolier.
No. You may have this Ring of Tarrasque and think you can trade blows, but it's still Pengo with Lucky Shot and Orb of Venom. With some extra bonus damage coming in from that end.
All right, so this is what's supposed to happen. You let, you know, she just chucks her lance, impetuses a few times, and, you know, Ice shouldn't get a ton. But instead, you just kind of walked up, gave him a free double kill. Like, this is my one thing, pet peeve about when I play with a safe laner, and I'm a support 5, and I go to either pull or D-ward or stack or something like that. You have to adjust your play accordingly.
Natsumi perhaps hurting this lane because of it, as Ice is off to a pretty good start here. He's not getting CS, though. Only the 6 last hit, so they may have gotten those kills, but it's a lane that they're still struggling in. And you can think just how good this lane may be going if not for Adroit giving up those kills. But such is life, as taking kind of stock of some of these other lanes. Naga Siren down bottom, getting good farm so far.
I changed my prediction. Swerve.
Oh, solo kill mid. Adroit, Mac.
I rechanged it. I come back. I come back.
You're just about to say you think Fnatic's going to win it.
I come back.
All right. Man.
I never left. I was just kidding. Just a prank.
Yes, stick to your conviction. You're like the reverse Kyle, because I feel like Kyle would just stick to his convictions,
no
and here
what.
You are changing
Dude,
your mind every 30 seconds.
A smart analyst, you should be able to change based on information, right? Like, how stupid would it be if I was just like, no matter what, by the way, my first initial impression, that is correct, and I will die to the death at that.
That's every Dota player though. You know, you never admit you're wrong.
What? No, I will readily admit that I'm wrong.
Okay, all right. You're a unicorn as far as that goes. Will.
I actually have no idea. I really didn't think that this matchup was going to be that bad for Moon. Apparently it is. He's getting punted, let me just say.
We saw him in their last series get outplayed mid 2 games in a row as well. So
I have no idea what's going on with Moon. Because usually when I see this guy play mid, he loses to nobody. Like, he hasn't had the results quite yet, but I felt like he was on that, like, Abed tier of SCA mid laners, you know? And since then, it just feels like, you know, I saw him get absolutely worked on by Makoto, and DJ might go down top. Actually doesn't get chased through. Just going to use his Metamorphosis to harass a little bit. As Natsumi's going to get some free damage. And this is really annoying what DJ's doing here. He's been doing it to the Enchantress, CML. He's kind of afraid to poke out his head.
he's gone for the second point in mana drain as well, doubling that mana drain rather than getting the extra little bit of damage from Earth Spike.
But yeah, I just don't really know how Void Spirit dies in this matchup.
We'll have to go back and check the replay perhaps to see
They're
exactly
going to get 4
what
bounty
happened
runes
there.
too. This is a really nice usage of the haste rune, Mac. When you deny, because you're denying also the bottle refill, right? From Moon. I mean, this guy's playing really well. It feels like, but it really feels like nowadays I'm seeing Moon get outplayed by everybody. A little bit of a worrying sign if you're a Fnatic fan.
Yep. DJ getting brought very low from that shockwave. Does look like he wants to stay in this lane though, and at least do what he can.
And he's going to cop one more. No, Hadouken. I love how large it gets at the end of it. You know, it just like grows in size.
He's a grower, not a shower.
What the? Doug, we're not getting the ESL contract. This is your studio, man. I'm down to just vibe and let you do this.
Oh yeah, too used to the BTS show, ESL family show, guys. No.
All right,
No,
so bottom lane, as predicted, Naga's having a pretty free lane. Clock isn't doing terrible. Like, Boke is not doing awfully, but
I mean, Naga having a free game. Double Wraith Band, Ring of Taras. There's no signs of Naga being slowed down at all.
I have no idea what Clock is supposed to do against like illusion-based heroes.
I mean, we talked about the PL versus Clockwork matchup the other day and how you just kind of lose the game. It doesn't feel like Naga's going to be all too different.
Well, didn't the PL end up losing that game?
No, PL won that game.
Okay. I was
at least the one. Maybe there was a second one.
I was like, I've seen Clocks actually like win a weird amount of games lately. Especially in like SEA, I've seen Clocks win.
SEA players have been playing a lot of Clockwork.
It's like a SEA plays like Clock, and they have really good Meepo players. Yeah. And nowadays, it feels like really, really good Void Spirit players. As DJ's gonna get hit a little bit. Not too much going on here. They're just trying to create some space for TB. Crazy enough, despite the double kill and all that, when it comes to CS, Clockwork is ahead of the Pango. I would imagine that the net worth is not reflected similarly. In fact, it is. Okay. It's not by a lot. It's by literally 1 CS, but Boke is having a really good time. And as far as Clockwork games go, this is a really bad one. So he doesn't lock down Void Spirit. It's not... I guess it's kind of annoying for Pango, but it's not the worst.
Pressure coming in top lane, but I have to say with the Frostbite, and it's actually... Well, bottom lane, the Puck and Clockwork just able to bring down 23 Savage. They threw out some
That is not
tips.
a death that should happen. There's a reason why they left him. You ask before you leave that lane, by the way. You're asking like, hey, you're fine in this lane, right? Like, everything's straight. Oh yeah, no one's touching me.
Yeah,
like, I've got free farm.
That's what the Naga should be saying, because this is a lane where there is no real kill threat until level 6, you'd imagine.
Yeah, when Puck hits 6, yeah, you can kill him. But with this, maybe my original assumption was correct, and I should have stuck to my guns.
Adroit's just playing good Dota right now. I mean,
they
punishing a lot of these Fnatic mistakes.
They definitely are. A lot of laning errors, too, which is where I said Fnatic is normally a very good team. I'm so used to just seeing Moon straight up win all his lane matchups. And I'm used to Ice having a really good time. Like, I'm so used to just, like, in general, all of their skill positions having a really good time of it.
And Max just going around doing whatever he wants, finds another pickoff. But here comes Fnatic
nice.
defending the bottom
6.
lane. Yep, they want to try and find this kill on the Terrorblade. He's level 6, but he has not skilled up Sunder, nor would he have the mana to use it. But Ice needs to get the turnaround. One more Rolling Thunder. The hook shot is there. He's trying to save his life. He does do so. Bok! He's a hero. Ice has another swashbuckler.
He's got him.
Yep, he needs to land it, and he does.
That was almost insane.
If Bok had saved his life there. If he had a point in cogs, unfortunately, he's going for this Rocket Flare build, which is better for the lane when playing against the Naga.
That's kind of on Natsumi, though. He got way too over-aggressive, and they needed to cut more trees down there to see when the Pango was coming.
Yeah.
If you're going for that pressure on that bottom lane just by yourself, you have to cut down the trees.
And much needed kill for Fnatic, and a fairly big one at that, as Terrorblade gets picked off. But it's the Kunkka who's top of the net worth, who's having a fantastic start.
Yeah, this is a really nice Kunkka game. Kunkka games are really hard when there's like a ton of instant stun or like some sort of like insane dot. But there's nothing like that in this game. He's not really going to get kited that hard, and he's quite good against the Naga illusions, especially if he can pick up a Radiance at a reasonable time. And we see at top, Puck is already level 6, and they've picked up both the outposts. Nope,
one apiece.
One
each. So, looks like both teams trying to take the off-lane towers now, with carries kind of leaving their lanes.
Oh, and
He's hunting for Boomy. Boomy's trying to turn, has another illusionary orb soon, and with the TP in from Bok, Ice just completely backs off, and Naga Siren also going to scurry back to safety. So Adroit take the offlane tower, meanwhile Fnatic unable to do so themselves.
You usually want to mirror that, and that's usually how you measure if you're ahead or if you're behind in the game, but this is probably going to be a death from CML.
Yeah, jump in from Moon. He's just trying to make sure he lands the Remnant. He doesn't even need to in the end.
Oh, DJ wanted the last hit for the stacks.
Oh, with the finger. That's a long cooldown to use just for a support kill this early on, though.
But the stacks, David,
yeah,
it's like Legion. You know, would you care if you use Legion ulti to kill a support? No, you would not.
I get really mad at my teammates who do that, like in mid to late game, like big fights where they use it on like a free kill when we could go and like take an objective afterwards. It's like, dude, don't put that spell on cooldown. That's how I know
you're not a good teammate. You have to support your decisions.
Oh,
not all decisions are good.
Sure. Yeah, fair enough.
That just told me a lot about you. You know, I just
every fucking Pub Legion player just wants to get plus 300 damage. They don't care about winning the game. They just want to have as much bonus damage as possible. 23 Savage, meanwhile, getting Dream called up. Brought down. It didn't even need the boat damage in the end. DJ's been X-back as well. Fnatic again picked apart. Adroit running a train through him.
Adroit is actually crushing them for the core heroes. They're up 2K right now at 11 minutes. This is a good start for them. They're going to create some space with their TB, and I'd say even more important than the TB, this Kunkka game matters a lot. If you can get a good Radiance timing, he's going to be a beastly second core, and they don't really have easy ways of dealing damage to take him out. Once he gets Radiance BKB, he's going to hit like a truck, and we're just not seeing that kind of impact from Moon, who 1-1-0. Not a lot of CS either, just kind of chilling here. He's got 80 creeps, I guess, which is good, but Kunkka still having a lot bigger impact so far.
It's like Fnatic need to start getting something done there. Keeping back, this looks like a smoke play from the supports with Ice. Ice is having a good game, 3-0 on him, and with DJ's Finger of Death, they want to find a kill. It's Mac. Yeah, this is the big one if they can get it. Mac does not have the boat, so he can't get that damage block up, and they manage to bring him down. No TP rotations possible. And there you go. DJ gets his bonus damage.
You said that so reluctantly. Like, there you go.
Yeah,
see, he still got it. No, but he got it like 2 minutes later. He would have had Finger back up.
Borderline.
Oh, and 23 Savage dies again!
Whoa.
Oh, what we thought was like a very free Naga game so far. They're punishing him hard, and they're catching him, and it all comes down to them not being able to take this top tower, and then denied by Boomy.
Boomy's got an orb. He can probably escape this one.
He's okay. He still has coil too, but with a lot of heroes up here, I think he's worried that more people are coming, and he would have been correct. I thought for a second they were going to try to make the play on Ice. And if it was just the two of them, then for sure he would have gone for it. But the tower deny, a kill on the Naga that offsets your kill on the Kunkka, and you defend mid-tower. So still things are going relatively well for Adroit. We will see if Fnatic will regret losing that second game.
And he shoveled a bounty rune.
The rich get richer. Some real bourgeois society.
We'll see what Fnatic's next play is. They committed a lot of ultimates in that mid lane, and it would have been okay for them if not for the fact that 23 Savage is kind of dying in different places all over the map. A hero like Naga should just never really get spotted or found. Only associated for just pushing with the illusions.
Yeah, so I actually think 23 Savage is in a weird spot, because normally what ends up happening is as soon as you take the top tower, you switch, right? And then you take the triangle yourself. But he went up there a little bit early. I think you want to make sure that you grab that top tower first. Otherwise, Adroit is just going to come in and kill you. And now I feel like he doesn't want to be in this ancient area. And in fact, he'd rather be where Ice is. Because this is where the ward vision is. And I feel like he's just going to die again if they're good.
Yeah, well, they're instantly hunting for him. Boomy has coil. And you're right on with that one, Will.
Maybe they don't really quite do this, but...
They had the idea of instantly trying to kill him.
They've got to be careful because they still have hookshot, and he's in vision. He's in vision.
Elsewhere, they've gone in for a kill. They're going to find the Kunkka here, but it's going to be the Naga Siren who's the bigger kill, perhaps, as Kunkka's dying on one side, the Naga on the other. The two, I'd say, important heroes for both teams. But this Naga is really the key for Fnatic winning this game.
100%. I think Moon's game is important, but I think this Naga staying alive and getting kills is an even bigger deal as DJ. I mean, you saw him. He was trying to Harry Potter it up, but yeah, that's. I'm kind of glad that happened. So it shows my explanation of why it's a bad idea to be down there, because you know they have established vision, which they did. They saw him the entire time coming. If anything, that was just Mac's kind of rough play running that way. That was him trying to like get a shortcut. You come in from the tower angle with the rest of your team, you're fine. But you want to go where you have vision, and right now where you have vision is in this top area.
Yep, and
you have map control there.
That seems to be where Fnatic have maybe learned their lesson, and they're headed towards that top lane for now.
I would really like this Naga to come to the top triangle, farm that area out. Don't play around Adroit's wards. Play around where you think you have your own vision. And there's 3 heroes camping up here. This might actually be the death puck, potentially, especially if he goes to clear out this wave.
Yeah, Moon is there, going to hit the Remnant. The follow-up damage is
nice.
Not
Uses
even
the
needed
snap
from
against
DJ.
them.
DJ was maybe looking for a finger of death there, but once again unable to find the bonus damage.
So 3K lead. Moon is now starting to pick stuff up. He is now starting to really.
He's top net worth all of a sudden. He's just been involved in you're kind of commenting how he's 1-1, has hit some creeps, hasn't done much, and since then he's just suddenly gone off.
Yeah, he's really picked up the pace. So, you know, commendable for sure, but it's really this Naga's game that they have to get going, because TB and Kunkka are still having above average games, I'd say. And they're going to pick up a free kill onto CML here.
Charging in with the Frostbite to secure a support kill. Elsewhere at top, they're also going to get another support kill. Boomy, who just died once, is going to die a second time. Unfortunately for Moon, he used up all his Astral Step charges, so he could be in some trouble here. Has the Dissimulate. He's going to find a way out of this one. Nope, he's been caught by the boat.
And that's going to be a nice kill by Bach, who is doing a lot.
Yeah.
He has been very, very instrumental to this game's success so far. As has Ice, who's 3-0-4. But again, you're all just a vehicle for these other heroes to be successful.
That's the thing. It feels like both offlanes have done a great job creating space for their carries, but unfortunately 23 Savage perhaps not making the best use of it with the deaths he's found. TB had a rough start, but has picked it up and is sitting at least slightly ahead of Naga Siren for now with a completed Manta style.
Yeah, by Manta timing alone. And now he's going to pop meta, use this. He knows that there's no Pango Rolling Thunder. Can't go Burr. This is going to be a free tower, and DJ, or Jabs, sorry, is going to get caught out here.
Yep.
And
Extra
it looks
freebie.
like they're TPing more heroes.
Whoa,
Not really sure about this one, Moon.
Yeah. He's got the escape at least. And elsewhere bottom lane, it looks like Naga was almost caught out there.
This would be a really nice kill if they could get it. There's a
They're
BKB, though.
Yeah, Mac's going to just pop his BKB, and then he's going to go and DJ with the Torrent. and has that BKB to protect him. He's just looking for the right clicks to bring him down. He does do so. The Sentinel Stomp going to hit Moon as well. Moon in some trouble, but has the backup from Ice Ice Ice, who's going to Rolling Thunder his way through. Down comes the boat. Mac finally had the Ghost Ship available. He's going to block some damage with this, and Natsumi still has Metamorph, so he's still right-clicking people down.
Alive.
And with the Sunder, he
Sunder
saves Mac as well. The Sleep is there just to disengage. I don't think Fnatic are going to go back in to fight this.
Oh, this was miserable for them, and Ice 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 is slowed up, but
they've got an X
should
here.
Be okay, and do they find the angle on him? They're going to trap him up, and Jab's pretty nice ulti, but not really hitting the mark. Was way too off-center, and now there's no Sleep, and they're just going to continue to chase.
Yeah, Boom with the Blink just scouts them all out. He finds everyone. It should at least be a Crystal Maiden kill. 23 Savage needs to be careful he doesn't die as well. Has the Manta style to get out of the silence. And now the hookshot on the high ground. Bok, he's gone in. He's found DJ. He may have gone too deep here, but 23 Savage with the illusionary orb and the damage tick from the Earth. 23 Savage, he's still healing up the last tick. It's going to be close. He survives on 5 health. Had the HP regen to stay alive. And they lose Boomy as well as Bok.
But that was the buyback from Ice Ice Ice, so they got a buyback out of that. They kill a bunch of cores. They kill a bunch of supports. They take the tower. This was incredibly successful.
Yeah, we'll see it here again. Adroit just take the tier 1 tower, and then Fnatic make the bold call to try and fight with 23 Savage TPing in. I think they realized the puck was bottom, so Fnatic were playing a numbers game. They had a 5v4, but unfortunately they had no answer to Max BKB, so he's able just to take out the supports to start this fight.
I really like his decision to go for BKB. I think he realized that he was throwing away his lead a little bit too much, and he needed a defensive item. And him not dying here is really massive. This clutch Sunder by Natsumi, realizing I really need to save this guy, and he's in good position to be able to help out. 23 Savage, nice disengage, but they stuck around just a little bit too long, and I feel like that's one of Ice Ice Ice's weaknesses, is he tries to look for the additional little bit of an edge.
And he pays the price here and ultimately has to buy back as well. Even though his team gets some kills for it, it is a big victory for Adroit, who are getting more and more scary as time goes on. Terrorblade, Aghanim Scepter queued up, so going for that.
Oh, for the puck combo.
Yeah, the Fear, it's like 4 seconds or 3.75 or something.
Okay. And
it is a long Fear duration. Yeah, 3.75. That's effectively a disable where you can right-click them, assuming they're still in your attack range.
Yeah, and that's actually pretty nice. I think the puck is probably dead. It's going to pop the coil. Actually should be all right.
Has an orb.
Everyone is just
blinks out, yep.
Broken the coil.
Okay. Meanwhile, back at mid, Moon needs to be careful. He's been X'd up. He's going to Yules off the X and get himself out of there.
Oh, that's a classic.
Shot. Gonna
no
chase him though, and
right?
Gogs pushes him back. He's got the Dissimulate to try and bounce his way out of there. Moon still has one ulti charge left as well to escape. He's going to take out the Enchantress, and with Ice Ice Ice's Rolling Thunder, they keep away the rest of the Adroit team. Bok in full retreat here. Needs to be careful. They've got an X-Torrent. Moon.
They should disengage
low,
off of this. He's going to pop the GG tree, just a little bit of spite.
Jabs, and he stuns. No hook shot. So they all get out.
I like that disengage by them. They get a kill. They force the BKB, another BKB charge, and they used the TV meta. You don't have to overplay your hand.
Yep.
They absolutely do not.
That's the thing. They can go and look for a fight now that meta is down if they want to.
Really curious how this will be my first personal time seeing the TB Ags. I haven't seen it in pubs or pro games, so this will be kind of new for me.
Yeah, I think there was one TB that was building it here in ESL One, but they didn't end up getting to use it.
Ice 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 is gonna just jump away. Short cooldown because he has the Arcane Rune.
Yep.
Probably would have died if he didn't have it, but probably wouldn't have been there if he didn't have it either.
It's onto Moon, but not really looking to follow that one up with any spells. Moon with all kinds of defensive tools to play around. So we'll see. Yeah, the Ags TB with an Ags Puck Dream Call can definitely be incredibly scary for Fnatic if they're not careful.
He's hiding it right now. He's only bought the Blade of Alacrity, which might make them pause, but maybe they're thinking he's just going to go for... and they know which one the real one is. This should be a really easy kill.
That's a really big kill as well. TB goes down, and Fnatic looking to get out for now. They did commit a few big spells for that one. The Rolling Thunder and the Finger of Death, as Moon is going to get poked at in the mid lane, but Once again, Adroit not looking to commit on this Void Spirit because of how elusive he is.
Max getting really low.
Yeah, he BKBs. Well, they're going to take out Jabs here, but they've committed a BKB already. The Torrent going to follow this one up. Moon is in all sorts of trouble. He doesn't get a chance to Astral Step out of there.
And once again, it's Fnatic just staying around for a little bit too long. Looked like they were going to push back Adroit, but Adroit, they got the two-man coil, and if you have the coil, it's really easy to kill this Void Spirit.
Well, Void Spirit getting picked off once again, and Adroit about to finish the Radiance on Max Kunkka as well. So it does feel like this Naga's going to have a very tough time this game.
Yeah, just dealing damage.
Blink out from Puck. Boomy still being chased, but there's the orb out. Jaunts away. Ice will catch him. As he then waning rifts into the trees. Ice is going to go fishing with the Rolling Thunder. Will find him now. Boomy in trouble. Has a phase shift. Blink is going to be back up. Can he blink his way out of this one? Nope. Doesn't get a chance to.
Really nice timing by Fnatic.
Yep. They're constantly hunting Boomy whenever he shows in lanes. He's kind of been that sacrificial support tasked with pushing out lanes, but Fnatic just gunning for him.
They're going to need more pickoffs like that. They want to try to slow down the Puck's Ags as much as possible. By the way, this Clock, I can't talk enough about him. Like, despite the fact that he doesn't have like the best flash farming mechanic, he's kept up when it comes to net worth. He's barely behind the Void Spirit. In fact, he's ahead of the Pango. And Jabs, he's getting pretty low. He's going to get pushed back, and this is going to be a freebie.
Yep. There's a TP from Ice, and he's got backup in the form of DJ's Lion.
But it's a 4-on-5.
Yeah.
I want them to be a little bit hesitant here.
It's just the Enchantress who is kind of far away, so I think Adroit will more than happily take this fight with Puck TPing into the outpost. Control favoring them. Bocco getting very, very low to start this one off here. DJ stills the finger of death. Doesn't want to commit it onto Bok here, and unfortunately for him, it means he's going to go down before he gets to use it, as Boomy just jumped him, and that's the 4v5 advantage.
Oh, and he misses. That would have been a kill.
Ice. Luckily for him, he's still alive with the Rolling Thunder.
And
he still needs to be careful. He's going to roll his way out of that way.
That should have been a kill, though, if Poke hits that. Yep. But that is an Aghanim Scepter. It's been in 2 matches, apparently.
It's slower than the average. Come on, you got to work on that timing. Absolutely terrible farm coming out from Natsumi.
I have no idea the other situations in which I have to imagine it's somewhat similar.
With the Puck?
Yeah. Or like a Mars or something like that.
Got one last look at that last team fight. It's the Puck Dream Coil coming in, and Lion immediately broke the Dream Coil. Natsumi able to come on in with the right clicks, and Mac, I mean, that double damage Kunkka just shredded them. Well, Jabs now dewarding, gonna get caught by an X. Nothing much to that. It's been a rough game for Jabs on the Crystal Maiden.
But similarly, they've caught Boomy in this top area for like the 4th time.
You'd expect the CM to, be on the feed train. That's, a long, often told story of Dota 2 supports. But Puck is not a hero you expect to see get picked off a lot.
And they got to be careful. Puck actually has a BKB. They don't know about this.
He's farmed in. He's going to use that to get himself out of there. Fortunately, it doesn't look like Adroit are going to be able to immediately force a fight off of it. 23 Savage got X'd, but he's able to walk on out of there, and it seems like Adroit are going to back off without Puck.
Sort of feel like they can't fight without coil.
Yeah.
I don't actually know if it matters if they have numbers or anything, if they don't have the coil. They rely heavily on the coil to kill this Void Spirit. And once the Void Spirit's dead, it's really hard for the Naga to follow up. She doesn't really have a fellow damage dealer quite yet. Ice, it's okay, but they have good lockdown for him too.
I imagine they're also looking at this BKB timing of Terrorblade. Like, this Ag Scepter is nice and has some kind of fun playmaking combo potential with Puck, but realistically, until you have this BKB, you're being stunned, kited, frostbitten, novid, freezing fielded, disarmed. There's so many annoying things for TB that, and I feel like that's where the Ags felt a little out of place, because he's not actually doing a whole lot so far.
No, it sort of feels like, if I'm honest, Natsumi's just kind of chilling and the rest of his team is doing a lot.
Yeah.
1, 3, and 6. He's had a really free time of it. And this is a really important game for both sides. Being able to put Fnatic in a position where you don't have to touch them in the playoffs would be pretty sick, considering they're always going to be a scary team.
Yes. Yeah, Fnatic lose this, they get eliminated if they then lose their last series.
Yeah. I think at worst, they'd still have to play like some tiebreaker situation,
Yeah.
right?
I don't believe there's tiebreakers. I'm not
Oh, is
sure
it
how
just
the
done by
rules work.
game-
It might be done
game
by
zone?
game score, and Fnatic has had both their series go 3 games.
I'm not sure what Geek Fam is then.
So it may depend on some of the other teams, but as far as I know, there's not tiebreakers.
Okay. I actually didn't see on our schedule that we were casting them, so
Yeah.
I would imagine that you are 100%.
But who knows? I mean, there's scenarios where teams are tied and they have the same game score, so you may, need tiebreakers, or you go to things like time rating, for example, which obviously nobody likes, but sometimes is the only option. Here we go, though. Neither here nor there, as Fnatic are looking to try and find a way back into this game. Adroit with an 8k gold lead. They've managed to initiate their way onto the Naga Siren here, who's in some trouble. Does not have a way to cast off this sleep with the fear coming out. 23 Savages still alive. Doesn't have the mana, unfortunately. And he's being chased down. The right clicks with the earn damage as well. And the last impetus from CML.
The fear! It's so good! I don't know if it actually is, but it worked there.
I believe they don't get that kill without the fear.
That's pretty cool.
It's a 4-second disable. That's a long stun. Well,
You know what
it's
else?
kind of a stun.
You can do like 40,000 damage by just like picking up damage items too.
Yep.
But,
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Less style points.
It is. You're like an SFO without the damage, but
Yeah.
it's cool. I enjoy it. I'm just messing around. Especially because Naga doesn't want to go BKB or anything like that. That makes it even better.
Yeah, she has one queued up after the butterfly, but like you say, you don't ever want to build this item.
You really need damage though on Natsumi. I would really like to see him go butterfly or something. But yeah, Geek Fam is 1-4. Fnatic will be 2-4 at the end of this. So
so Fnatic will have the
yeah, and so now it'll come
edge,
down to
potentially.
best of 3 between them and Geek Fam, which is
So Fnatic Geek Fan played, so pretty much whoever wins that,
yeah, almost no matter
Yeah.
what.
assuming Fnatic lose this, which is
Yes.
obviously a big assumption to make right now.
Mhm.
Still anyone's game.
It's still okay. I could still see Fnatic win this. I think they have very good heroes. I just think that as soon as the TP gets some sort of damage item, this game's going to get really out of control for them. And he's going to go for Scotty. He's just going to stat up, continue to stat up. I'm kind of okay with that. I would have been alright with Butterfly too, since he has like BKB and Ags. Like he has a lot.
Yeah.
They're going to go for this kill though on the Kunkka. This is a lot of damage that they're putting out at once, and Mac is dead, and they should full retreat now.
Oh, and they've caught the puck as well with the Rolling Thunder. So Kunkka couldn't get off his BKB line. Always been one of those iconic heroes that can actually deal pretty well with BKBs. Any hero with an insta-hex and with the Blink Dagger able to just get that jump in.
They have to be careful at this point. If you're together as 5 on the side of Adroit, I feel like it's really difficult to die. Because DJ only gets to play that game when he doesn't have to worry about where the puck and the clockwork is. When he gets to just focus all of his attention onto the Kunkka, life is really easy, and they might even get more heroes both.
They're going to
There's
at least force
lots
a
of
BKB, yeah. Lion Impale was coming in, so if he didn't BKB there...
And I like this move a lot by Fnatic. They're playing to win right now. They do have the numbers advantage.
There's no
and
buybacks.
yeah, this clockwork is getting really low, but the fear...
Natsumi
they
trying
have
to
the
push them
damage?
away. Doesn't look like they do. He's not really right-clicking anyone. They're all out of range. That's the issue with the fear, is you push him away as well.
Yeah, and he's getting kited right now pretty nicely. CML doesn't really do... This is the problem with the build, is he doesn't do damage.
But at the same time, Fnatic do not push that fast yet. The Naga only has kind of gone for survivability, and as a result, pucks respawned. Kunkka 10 seconds away, and they're going to sleep and TP out.
I like that sleep. He protected himself with the illusions too, just in case.
Yep.
The clockwork was there in position, and they're actually going to hunt right now. Boomy is looking for...
Nice. He hung around
they're
for a
gonna
long
see him.
time.
And he had opportunity to use his swashbuckle,
He
but...
still might be okay.
Oh, they
hook
whiffed.
shot. Naga illusions, I believe, blocking it.
Yes.
Ice. He doesn't swashbuckle away. He swashbuckles in place.
And that's actually going to cost him his life, and this might lead to DJ's untimely death too. They're on the hunt right now. Boomy is going to
TP
guess
out,
correctly,
yeah.
but I know TP cancel anyways.
He kind of just swashbuckled where he was standing. I'm not sure if he would have lived anyways. They likely could have chased him down, but he definitely would have lived if he didn't stick around to try farm some Ancients. that in itself raises some eyebrows.
Moon's going pretty ham though in this game. So is this clockwork. 8-2-10. Moon 7-5-1. He deals a lot of damage, but he has died quite a bit. Whenever he sees the puck, I mean, he's just dead.
Yeah.
He's trying to tank up, and I think that's the right idea. Because the TB doesn't deal a lot of damage, or you think he doesn't, I think he doesn't. Being able to tank up and just like survive through the coil might just be the best option.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing him go for something like an Aeon disc even, just so he can not get blown up and bursted whenever he gets stream coiled.
But Adroit are going to finally take advantage of the fact that they're 5. I would have liked to see this earlier, though, when they had the Aegis.
Yes. But even so, it's perhaps not too late with the Kunkka AC, and this push on the high ground they'll shred through these buildings pretty quickly. Yeah.
The Kunkka AC is insane.
They've got the Orb of Destruction on Terrorblade as well to go with it, so a lot of minus armor kicking in, and without Pengalier, they don't have that disarm, they don't have that AoE spam. Fnatic watch their tier 3 tower go down. But
Aegis is about to fade.
yes, that's why I guess they don't push their luck and go for more than that. But what they have found is a double damage rune. Natsumi bottles it up as well, so he'll have it for the team fight, and they instantly smoke. This is huge for them. If they can catch Fnatic.
It's very, very good timing. He's got Metamorphosis. If anybody pops out, this is the real
Naga's
23 Savage,
out.
and they know that he's here. They're going to pop the coil on him. He BKBs in response, and he should be perfectly fine.
He hasn't popped the DD rune, though, so Adroit still have options here as far as taking a team fight. But unfortunately for them, Clockwork's been caught out. He did not BKB in time. It's the DJ Hex catching him out.
If they wanted to fight that.
Kunkka's in trouble, too. He's going to go for a BKB TP. No Basher on any of these heroes to cancel it.
But they're continuing to chase, and this is going to be the puck actually doesn't get him close enough to the Aether Remnant to get the kill. Feel like that should have been a one fight for Adroit, but they just weren't really in position. And
do they maybe not see the BKB on 23 Savage?
Maybe, but I think the more questionable thing is Boke not popping his BKB himself.
Yep. Oh, Fnatic going to try to take this fight. 23 Savage thought about a sleep there, it looked like.
Might not be the worst option.
Natsumi BKB runs in with the Metamorph here. They want to go bring down this Naga Siren. He's been stunned for days, and Natsumi is just doing all kinds of right-click damage here, but they still got to be careful. The puck getting very, very low. Natsumi's already taken out 2 here, including the Naga Siren. Moon could be next. He's going to come back down from the Yule Scepter, look to dissimulate out of there. He's being chased down by Boomy now, who's low himself. Moon steps himself out of there.
And DJ
snipes Boomy.
And they see him right now, but this could be him out. Yes. Nice Aether Remnant on his way out, but another kill on the 23 Savage. He doesn't have buyback.
No, it was the DDTB, though. Didn't get as much as perhaps Adroit were hoping for.
No, they're playing off the coil timing for sure.
Yeah. Whenever they've got that, they're so much stronger. It's their kind of key stun for these fights.
Can't really play without it. I mean, by gold, nobody on Fnatic really saving that hard. Not really penny pinching. Doesn't seem like they're afraid of Adroit going high ground.
Moon. Next back. Gonna
should be
jump his way out of there. Yep, he'll be okay. So Spango approaching pretty high levels in farm. Level 23 here. We're going to see perhaps some of those level 25 talents kicking in not too long. Many heroes at that 23 mark.
Jabs actually popped his ulti.
What's kind of the key thing for these two teams now? Like, what are they? Is it playing around Roshan? Is it any item timings?
So I think playing around Roshan for Adroit is more important to deny it, because I think that getting Roshan on their TB is whatever. Transformation-based ultis always feel really mediocre to have Aegis on, but I think Naga is still really good with Aegis, even though she's like an illusion carrier. She's not the same as TB, right? Because TB needs meta to be able to fight. But I think it's pretty big for Naga to be have Aegis. Probably really nice for your Void Spirit too. Typically you give it to your tower hitter though. That's usually the sign of like how you want to distribute.
Yep.
Oh, and he grabs a Blink Dagger. I feel really weird about this build because I have to imagine like he lacks for damage, but he's built 2 different items now to commit to this build. So he must think like this is where the value's at.
Yep. In the level 3 Dream Coil Aghanim's Coil Break is a lot of damage and 3 seconds of stun, so.
Yeah, and they're checking for Roshan right now. Ice. They're going to smoke up. Both teams kind of
Fnatic. DJ
really
leading away with the Hex. He blinks in. He's going to get one with the Hex here onto the high ground. Gets pushed the puck here. So the puck's been disarmed, but now he comes back in with the Dream Coil. Ice is in all sorts of trouble. He gets picked off to start the fight, and that should be it for Fnatic. They
Instant
buy back.
though.
Yep, DJ gets picked off in the backlines. He does not have buyback.
And without numbers, I feel like they should...
23 Savage in the Roshan pit? Okay, I was about to say, that's not where you really want to be here.
Yeah, he's just going to TP out. Good call. But that was a buyback now on the Pango that's really not going to lead to anything.
Yep. That does perhaps allow them to not give up Roshan right away. It hasn't respawned just yet, but it will be coming up. There we go. It comes up now. Not scout just yet.
I'm skeptical, but this build's kind of working out.
For the TB?
Yeah. I don't know if it's because his team is zonage. I don't want to just like blindly hate on it because it's different. I guess I just don't understand it. And, you know, you fear what you don't understand, Parker.
Yep.
But maybe it's really good. I'm interested to see if it actually wins. And so far, so good. They are up 11k. That was the buyback used. They're smoked up again, waiting around the Roshan pit. I think they have to take one more fight before they win. Before they get to just walk in for free.
It's always scary against a hero like Naga, where you can just sleep and come in, and Pengalier, Rolling Thunder around the Roshan pit, scary as well. Pengo does have a Skull Basher now, so they've got some control through the BKBs of Adroit.
Oh, interesting. They decided to go for
the double outpost.
The double outpost. I think they assumed there's no way that Fnatic themselves will take this Roshan very quickly, and they would be right.
They're also able to scout it out. The Enchantress creep just sitting in the pit.
If you walk up that cliff and farm, I swear to God, Adroit, just stick together.
You're playing against Lion too.
Do not just walk up that cliff to walk up that cliff.
Oh, but they go in for a D-Ward, and Jabs immediately gets jumped here. Box Clockwork, unafraid with a BKB. They've taken that one. 23 Savage needs to be careful. He's going to maybe have to sleep here. Yeah, he throws to sleep. But
I like that.
Yep, BKB Kunkka instantly going to... Okay, Savage is just going to BKB TP out.
And Mac actually pops the Super Torrents.
Yep.
Not sure.
It's a pretty long cooldown as well, or at least a sizable cooldown.
Yeah, but they're going to walk into Roche. They feel comfortable with one hero dead and no BKB on the Naga and no sleep.
And Fnatic, can they contest this one? Moon is in the neighborhood, but I'm not sure he's going to want to go for it. DJ snipes at Curry. He's behind enemy lines. Needs to be careful not to get picked off here. He does not have buyback for the time being.
Yeah, notice Ice. I'd imagine if Ice had buyback, he would definitely go for this.
Yeah.
And he still might if this takes much longer.
I mean, CM's respawning, but I don't think that's what's stopping them from either going for this or not. They're going to concede. Whoa! He snipes him back! Gets the long-range hookshot on Ice in the trees. And Ice, no buyback. Dead for 2 minutes. It's the ward. He pings the high ground cliff saying, oh, it's warded here. They saw me, but it's actually the lane. That lane ward allowed Bok to know roughly where he was. It was still a blind hook shot.
These guys are sick.
Box Clockwork, definitely MVP, I feel.
He's been pretty absurd in this game. Mac had like an insane start, but didn't really keep it up, I'd say. But this Clockwork has been pretty consistent. I'd say the only kind of bad moment he had was when he didn't BKB that time in mid, when they had DD on TB.
Yep.
But even that kind of worked out. Like, they baited them into a fight, and then they got the kill on 23 Savage.
Well, doesn't look like Fnatic want to fight this one without the Pango. 23 Savage is just going for some split push in the bottom lane while Adroit take over the Radiant base. They're going to be going from multiple lanes of Firaxis, potentially mega creeps. I mean, it's 70 seconds without Pango here.
I don't know if you can fight without him too, Parker. There's just too much. There's still a coil. All the ultis are up. The fear.
They've got time to go for megas and then even tier 4s and throne potentially.
Yeah, and 23 Savage has to really consider coming back at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like your illusions, at the very least, this trade one set of racks for your entire base can't be worth it. And he does come back, but it is way too late at this point. Maybe it wouldn't have mattered anyways.
That's probably what he's thinking, is like, well, even if I came back before they went high ground, what can I do? You're giving Enchantress illusions to take over, as we saw a bit earlier.
Yeah, true. Oh,
They're going to jump on in. Moon with the Blade Mail is just going to lead the charge here. They delete the enchantments with the Finger of Death. Being pulled back in is DJ, who has the full stuff as well, so the boat's going to be off the mark here. They're doing a decent job here.
Everywhere.
Yep, they're just flying around here. Moon's being coiled up. It finally wears off, and he's able to step his way out of there. 23 Savage on the front lines. They're holding their own, and this is what you would have been hoping if you're a Fnatic fan. They had just done a bit sooner before they lost their base. Ice is still dead. They hold in a 4v5. Mac TP on out is... Oh! He's going to make it. The Yules was on cooldown, and the Remnant pull was not there in time. But Bok on the Clockwork does get picked off.
And now CML's bought back. They do have a lot of buybacks on the side of Fnatic. So this game is far from over, but... I mean, they have the best hero dealing with mega creeps. Like, Naga is very, very nice. I believe the illusions are still more than strong enough to deal with these mega creeps.
Yep. We'll be soon finding out, but gotta imagine they're tanky enough to do so. DJ's being caught a little bit here. Forced off to the high ground. DJ trying to pull some magic here and get out. The reflection illusion chasing him, but with the spider legs, he's able to run away. And it does look like they're going to get out okay here, but the fear with the Dream Call, it doesn't actually cause the stun to hit the Naga Siren, who's going to pop to sleep. Still caught by this Dream Call.
And
Can't
she's still
TP out.
stuck.
And Naga
She's
Siren,
dead.
yeah, it's just going to die. That Dream Call just lasting too damn long. Naga buys back as Ice is flying around in the Rolling Thunder. Coming in is DJ from the side. He's got the Ghost Scepter, Spider Legs away. Back in the river, it's Clockwork being very, very low. Moon, meanwhile, on that Void Spirit's got to be careful. Moon goes down. 23 Savage just going in with his BKB. The Clockwork going to buy back now. Boom, he gets bashed up on the puck, but it doesn't matter. He's got the kill. Ice once again dead without a buyback.
This was 23 Savage's buyback.
Oh, he
and
cannot
this
afford
is
to die.
probably game. He's so stuck in the middle of nowhere.
He's got no BKB. Natsumi throws out a Sunder just to say hi, and that has got to be it. GG is called. Fnatic have been defeated. They are now 0-2 in this group stage and will be playing for their tournament lives against GeekFam.
And both series look the exact same.